it just seemed to be the right moment to do another album. And everything about these recordings, including the one that I did before, Lost in You, with the same producer in the same studio, it's all very organic. There's no sort of master plan. You know, we just go in and do it, and we're never quite sure what we're going to do until we get in the studio. That's the great thing about recording like this. It's not like recording in the 60s where you had like you knew what you were going to do, 3 songs, well rehearsed, and then you go in huge orchestra and do a few takes. You know, this is very different. All those songs that Tony Hatch wrote for me. Downtown, of course, Don't Sleep in the Subway, Couldn't Live Without Your Love, I Know a Place, all of those are great, and I still sing them, and I still sing them with great joy. But I don't just go out and do the oldies, you know. I don't think I could ever just be an oldie act, you know. It's important for me to have new material. I like the new songs, and the new songs are always the favorites of the time because they're new and they're attractive, and you're still finding out. It's like a love affair.
S'il me fallait vivre sans foi ni loi, je le ferais pour être aimé. De toi, je réunirai tout ce en quoi je crois à tout jamais pour être aimé.
The studio is in London, or just on the outskirts of London. At the bottom of the garden is this little Wendy house. You would never know it was a studio. It's got little windows in it. It's all very sweet. And you walk in and you're in a state-of-the-art studio. Very small, very compact. And the vocal mic is right in front of one of these sweet little windows. And I can watch the birds and the cat chasing the birds and the trees and the flowers. It's not like any other studio I've ever worked in.
Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird, fly.
I thought it would be nice to do a Beatles song, but you know, there's so many you can choose from, and you know, Long Winding Road. I thought, oh yeah, well, you know, it's a big singer's song. I thought, no, let's do something different. And I've always loved Blackbird. I never attempted to sing it before. I started off as a very small child. I was very musical right from the beginning when I was about 5, and I'm part Welsh, so you know, I spent a lot of time in the mountains with my grandma, grandpa. My grandfather was a coal miner, and there was a war going on too, and it was a bit dangerous in London, so we used to go off to Wales, and that's where the whole singing music thing started. But I wanted to be an actress because I used to go to the pictures with my dad and saw all these wonderful, wonderful movies, and I wanted to be Ingrid Bergman, you know. I didn't want to be Judy Garland. And so that's what I really wanted. So here's to us. But it was singing that sort of got me into the business. And then I started making movies. I was under contract to the Rank Organisation as an actress. And I did about 25 movies as an actress, with no singing at all in it. But I had a parallel career going on of singing, so I was working quite hard. There are some people who who see me as an actress who sings, and others who see me as a singer who acts. No, so it's for me it's seamless. They're almost the same thing, actually, singing and acting. It's slightly different muscle, if you like, but it's sort of in the same area. I love it. I love it. Dean was such fun. Dean Martin, he was great fun. And I spent quite a lot of time with him. Some people thought we were having a fling, actually, because, well, our duets were quite sexy, some of them, I suppose. No, there was nothing like that going on. I did Dean's show many times. The first couple of times I did it, you know, you'd have to get there and rehearse, because he never rehearsed. He was always too busy playing golf, you know. He would arrive and watch the last rehearsal, which was done with a live orchestra and a live audience. And that was when he sort of found out what he was supposed to be doing in the show and who was in it, you know. And then he would just come on and he looked as if he was tiddly, but he wasn't. He was just reading the cue cards and being led around because he hadn't rehearsed. But he did it brilliantly, you know.
I tried so hard to feel alive, like a flame without a light.
When people say, you know, oh, it was all better in the 60s, it's absolutely untrue. There was really a lot of rubbish around in the 60s. So you had to pick your way through it. And I think it's the same now, except there's a lot more of everything. To be honest, I don't listen too much to what's going on today because I don't want to be influenced. I don't want to start trying to imitate someone, you know, just because it's popular. I have to stay away from that. But there's a lot of good stuff around, really. Sometimes something will happen and you think, whoa. And then, of course, Adele comes along out of the blue, and you know, she's untouchable. She's just wonderful.
Burning brightly, you set me free.
It was difficult being a woman, being a mother and a performer. Absolutely. And you know, I thought I could do it all. I thought I was really being a super mum and a super performer. And I wasn't. It was a compromise all the way. I think you have to be tough to be in this business. I mean, you have to be vulnerable, you have to be sensitive and all those things, but you have to cope with lots of things. You have to be physically fit too. It's a special kind of tough. You know, you don't have to be unpleasant, but you have to be tough with yourself. You have to be a bit hard on yourself.
All my life, I've been waiting for you. All my life, I always needed you.
It is the joy of performing. It still is. That's the main driving force for me. You know, I find it's a privilege to go on stage and do something that I like so much. But working ethic, I suppose there is that too. I like that side of it too. I like the rehearsing, the hard work, the gritty side. I like that too. It's all fun. It's all great, and it's all learning all the time, constantly.